Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome. I hope you have had a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays for all those celebrating out there. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's drop the music. Bring in the game audio. Welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are and whatever's going on in your life. We are hanging out here, going to be playing some more No Rest for the Wicked, the multiplayer update. This is the open beta, so there is bound to be some bugs. Last time we got a team up, I think it was with Vex or something like that. I'm sure I could probably find his name in Australia. So that ended up being quite fun. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We all had a Merry Christmas here. It was wild. We still got more Christmases to celebrate as we're gonna be going over to my parents tonight for dinner. And perhaps some even more presents, which based off of how it was when I was last over at their house, there was lots of gifts. They do have a lot of grandchildren, so it ends up kind of balancing out. If you want to be a part of this stream, if you want to team up with me, just be in the Discord, easiest way to team up. But I also have my Steam friend code in the description. Also, we're going to try to give away another copy of the game. If you don't have this game yet, you're curious about checking it out, I will be trying to give away copies on Steam. And so to get eligible for that, just type in !Wicked. Not actually, you don't have to spell it out. You just need to put the exclamation mark and then you type in Wicked and it will have you and track you. And you have to be here for that. So if you're watching this as a VOD, you're amazing. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity, and hopefully you get some fun stuff out of the VOD in that regards. If you are a part of the VOD squad, sound off in the comments with VOD squad. I think YouTube really enjoys when people comment on previous live streams. That being said, get in the Discord. Top link in the description is all that you need to get to all the content, and you can hop in, hang out in voice. And I'm just gonna be playing. We're gonna see how far we can get on the experimental build, see and check out all the different changes. I, for one, am absolutely loving the bow, and hopefully I'll be able to sit down and make some videos on all of that. So all that being said, if you want to join, jump in, and if you need anything, jump in as well. Just let me know how I can be of help. You go to realms. Let's see here. Path of the Chosen. Invite manage. So Vashir was who we were playing with last time. All right. Anyway, see a couple people on my friends list that are part of that, and if they want to jump in as well, we can do that invite. I guess I need to pick the realm. Join. Okay. Cloud conflict. The local character saved for Ginger Prime conflicts with the data. Oh, I wonder if that's because I was playing on my Xbox ROG Ally. Perhaps. So Monday and then Tuesday. So I'm gonna can I take Tuesday? Remote. Yeah, it was on a different one. Is this me picking it? I hope that's the case. Yeah, I was testing it out a little bit on the Xbox ROG. Because it's just easy to do. It is so easy to install games on that thing. And then the only thing that is lacking, if any parents are out there, like, oh, the ability to sit down and actually play a game. Oh yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Boom shakalaka. They changed the YouTube dashboard a little bit. Still getting used to it. All right, let's see. I had Danos working on some things, if I remember right. Okay, so we got some percentage complete. So do I have some pine? Check the okay, good. I got at least all the basic tools. And let's see if I can do some research on anything over here. I've been more focusing in on the food. Okay, I got all the food. I got 2 things. Okay. Weapons, dagger, one-handed. Ooh, I want to two-handed. Do we have a new bow? No, I can't. I can randomly do one. I got the short bow. Let's go see if he's selling a new bow. And if not, I might have to do some grinding. Get that money. Bounty hunting. All right, grab the dailies. We still haven't done any of the weeklies. Plenty of things to grind on today. Plenty of things to do. This game is so freaking amazing. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. All right, you got anything for sale? All right. Oh, a ring. Rune ring. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they added that. It's cursed now. But I don't have enough money to buy any rings. Let's go into the sell mode. What, we got anything? Oh, man, I should probably look at what equipment I do have. Gems. Oh, yeah, that's right. They have brand new gems as well. All right. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay, so pant wise, I am actually now in heavy. So it's like I do have the shoulder tackle, which is going to be interesting to see. Gain 8% barrier on damage dodged. It's a little slow dodge though. Gain 19% regainable health. Got better defense. Still a little bit on the heavier end. This would, the daggers would lower me. Weight wise, blighted quiver. I'm rocking a frost quiver right now. Fire damage increased by 4% doesn't help me out personally with what I've got, but no big deal. I don't have an extra slot, so I can't like swap to daggers. That might be something I want to work to grind to. Do I have any more Plague Ichor? I don't. Okay. And then we have that. Okay, I'm just gonna sell all this. We need more money than we need anything else at the moment. All right, sell. Good. Feed me, Seymour. Okay. Research papers, some materials. I do kind of want that rune ring, but I don't have enough really good runes. And then this is also experimental, so it's like, yeah, I know it's eventually going to go away. All right. That's going to be something that's going to be interesting to kind of play around with. Honestly, I wonder, because there isn't a wipe with the upcoming update and Together update, what could you be doing right now? That might be a really good video. Let's see here. What kind of material? Oh, iron. Yeah. Okay. Iron pickaxe and shovel. Won't want to necessarily research that to make it. Upgrade the bow. Okay. Let me see if there's a new bow. I'd like to get some more runes. All right. He's just rocking the short bows right now. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see here. Got the wands. I can enchant the bow. And infuse the bow with power increased by 60% at full focus. Okay. Weight reduced. No, nothing too much there. No runes either. What is she selling in terms of runes? Heal, utility, and utility. Okay. Got the weeklies. I've been struggling with them. You go pop down to get the these daily ones knocked out. More than pass. All right. I'm only level 6. Just open you while we're here. Probably get some gameplay footage as well. All right. Ooh. I am running out. Let's stand over there, tearing me apart, and I'm on fire. It's always somebody over on Kick. Well, thanks for being here. I'm assuming you're a bot. Because it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense otherwise. Ooh. Jeez Louise. Oh, that shield charge. Ooh. Heal, 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 heal. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I thought I got one for a second. I did not. Now I'm out of food. I'm in trouble. That fire shoot. They got me. Merry Christmas. What's going on, Brett? Hey, Titus. Merry Christmas to you as well. All right, let's see here. I got to find a fire before I go attempt that again. Kill this crab. There we go. You guys, how are y'all doing today? Good. There we go. Plenty of food. All right. That's all I can make there. Good. At least I got some food. See if we can. I think I might have taken some out, but I wasn't positive. Oh, dude. All right, gotta get my stamina back up. There it is. All right, much easier taking them on one at a time. How's it going? Currently ill after being around so many people. Dude, I'm so sorry. I laughed because it's so true. It is so like whenever the kids go back to school, there's always like this like long sense of this trail. And what we end up doing, and hopefully you get to feeling better soon, right? But we end up seeing it like pass from kid to kid. So it's like, all right, this is going to be our next 2 weeks. So I hope you feel better soon. It's never fun to be sick on the holidays, but it is not shocking either. Jeez Louise. Get off me, butt. What a good toss. Yeah, back you up. Oh, man. I need a... Being in heavy, like, it would probably be much more convenient. Oh, darn it. I was hoping I would get him. Oh, got one. I only have the one bow skill right now, which is like, I love the AoE. I love the frost. But what I wouldn't give for some downrange abilities, because like you guys are paying attention. I'm kind of blocking in the UI, but my focus fills up so fast. It just fills up so fast when attacking, which is fun because it gives you that real sense of jeez. Yeah, I'm being in heavy. It like drains my stamina on action. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, I was muted myself in Discord. All right, if anybody wants to come hang out in Discord, you're welcome to. The chill room is open. I like that I can actually like straight out dodge attacks with that, which is nice. Could be better. Oh, darn it. Oh, good. I'm glad you had a great Christmas, Brett. Ida says, doing great here. The whole family is in a turkey coma from yesterday's dinner. We're all sick last weekend. Hopefully, yeah, you got it all cleared out of your system pre-Christmas. We had ours was at the end of February. Felt. Oh, are they all back? Oh, Fudge. Jeez. Wrong target. Oh, come on. Oh man, I'm just picking on everybody today. Brave Sir Robin ran away. I have 1 HP. There we go. Yeah, I froze him. There we go. There we go. Ooh, experience potion. Let's see, what piece of gear here did I get? Regen, gain 2% there. Gain 4 focus regeneration. Okay. Not too bad. It seems like it's also weighted the same. Let's see. What do I have right now? Oh, I guess I do a compare. Gain 8% focus on inflicting any status. Gain 8% barrier on consuming food. I think the helmet I got is better. Here, what is weighing me down? 15, that's 30, 25. The bow weighs 30. So, okay. Am I have ear damage? Is that what is it? Or is that just the lighting? Maybe that's just the color. All right. Okay. Oh, and I have attribute points I haven't used. Well, there we go. A little bit more life. And a little bit more of all that. Yep.
You can't hide from me. Creeping up on me, huh?
Say, oh, that's what the blue represents. It's like a shield. Is it? Okay, that's what, and that's where the damage goes first. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that was kind of a nice little running attack. There we go. Want me to kill 75 things. Cool. Go. Oh, dude. Love me some research papers. I cancel out? Interesting. I guess there's an enemy or something. Took me out of gathering. It was the rat. What's up, Shining Dark Light? Merry Christmas to you. How you doing? Yeah, there we go. Let's just volley this all day. Come on. Yeah, can I freeze him? Can I freeze him? See, this would be perfect for some downrange, like OP stuff. Like, just like, oh, now he's pissed. Oh, there he goes. There's his answer. Get me out of the fire. Oh my gosh. Come on, get out of the fire. I'm cheesing this fight. Yeah, I'm planning on being online for a little while. We're heading over to my parents tonight, so I would say at least 2 hours. But as a special caveat, if all of a sudden the wife says, "Game time's over, need you," it's like, well, anybody who's ever seen any one of my streams knows that, yeah, they can. That can certainly happen. All right, let's see if we can take out some of these dailies. Without getting killed. Yeah, getting these random research papers means I'm going to research me some other bows, but still going to have to craft them up. Oh yeah, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to remove any potential. Wait. What stamina do I have? I'll use that. Myself any kind of boost. Let's try to see if I can't pick one of them. Come on. Here we go. Oh, get out of there! Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, this was the plan. Plans change.
Someone's sneaking.
Get out of there. Jeez, so many crickets. Ah. The repair bill will come due for me. Excellent. Okay, good. I need to be gathering it anyway. The rune would be kind of handy here. That rune ring. That puts out some serious damage. Obviously the risk. Gotta run in for it. Come on. He's got such range. I cannot seem to get away from him. I gotta go to the side more than anything. Get out of that. Come on. Jeez. Got him. Okay. That shield, man. Come on, big boy. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There it is. All right, it's 3 of 4. Let's see if my, oh, and I'm out. I need to make some more food. I can't believe I have used all that food. Okay. Yep, that's all I can make. So there should just be one more. So 1v1. Oh, it's this guy. With his fire pots. Yeah, catch yourself on fire. That'd be so cool if, like, the fact that he's standing in water, I had, like, electricity and be like, oh, I'm gonna shock the crap out of you. Oh, he got me on that one. I'll let my hubris be the death of me. Alright, let's use this. Yes! Alright. That's what I'm talking about. I think if most men probably do have that same, you know, say, okay. All right. Anything rushes me over here? All right, we're almost done on that. Should be getting a good, hopefully, bunch of turn-in stuff. A little bit early. Early again. Early again. Sounds like somebody drew. Oh, yep. Aqua Surveyor 94%. Got him. Oh, treasure. I didn't know there was one up here. Ah. Chute is full. Yes. Hello. Over here. Hello, fish. Okay.
Let's go.
Making good progress there. Cool. Come on. Oh, hello. big boy. Is this a daily or is this a weekly? On price. He's got some range on him. Oh, brutal. Get out of there, though. You gotta move. Fat roll in my way to death. Oh, who's got a buddy? Oh no. Get out of there. I'm like in so stamina red. But fill out that focus, baby. Where do you go? Oh, he grabbed me. Whoa. All right. Woo. Near death right there, boys. I was like, my hubris got me. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to double pump this. Oh. And did not play well. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh man, I wish I had some damage on life gained. Oh, come on, get up. Okay, I was like, am I out of combat food? Yeah, I can't eat anything right now. Just making sure he doesn't grab me again. Oh, I'm almost a new level. Sweet. Got it. Woo. Level 7. All right. I don't think I got a, I did not. Oh well. Okay. But still, that was good. That felt good. I want to get a little bit more focus. If I got a couple more, I could easily see myself just leaning into the focus aspect of this. Like if I had some downstream other than my basic attack. But I'm sure that like downstream focused abilities are probably pretty heavy in terms of cost. right. Okay, so we got those two done. Those are weeklies. A man down. See if we can get it done. Oh, hello. Come on. Beat a big guy. Bruce in the mid. Oh, heal, heal, heal. I suck. Let's go back, turn in some stuff, sell some stuff, review the gear, maybe upgrade some stuff. Now that I should start to actually stacking a little bit of money. Bounty hunting. Perfect. Then under the challenges, got another one. All right. Enchant weapons. Location of mirrors. Keep kill or be killed. Then mine copper ore. So I'm getting close on those. Anything on any progress here? Fish at fishing spots. Here. Soldier killing. Attach runes to weapons. 04. Okay. All right. It's nice that they kind of pace that out. You can actually kind of see what all you get. Okay, we looked at this. Physical resistance. Oh, this is a different one, I think. That one's cursed. Let's see here. Critical damage increased by 14%. Focus gain increased by 10% of current durability. Damage resistance reduced by 24% for 6 damage. Oh man, so you take damage and then it's just like downhill, downhill. Okay. Physical damage increased. Focus costs reduced. Okay, man. Damage increased by 6% for 10 seconds after parry. Ice damage increased by 7. But ice is pretty nice when we compare it to that. And then it looks like it's better defense. Same. Oh, it's got more weight to it. Yeah. But I'm already technically in heavy. Anyway. Oh, it is to be good if it actually was ice damage. Or maybe I could find a fire quiver. Normal attack damage increased by 7% for 4 seconds after damage dealt by a charge attack. I don't have the charge attack yet. All right. Damage resistance increased by 15% at full stamina. Poise defense increased by 1. I'd probably do better just enchant, see if I can enchant the current stuff I've got. Let's give that a shot. Okay. Ooh. Drain health in combat. All right. What did I get? Damage increased by 7% for 10 seconds after parry. Boo! I guess I could try to re-roll that. What else do I have equipped? I have nothing else equipped that I can enchant. Guess they were probably already enchanted. Okay. Bollocks. Okay. Oh well. Okay, upgraded that. That's all I can upgrade apparently. Oh yeah, look at that repair bill. There we go. All right. Doing research papers. Oh, just think by one. Okay. Okay, dokie dokie. Okay, that's going. General goods. Yeah, what you need. All right. Copper, coal. Then yeah, some more wood for her. What's going on, King? How have you been, man? Merry Christmas. You sold this game to some of your friends for the multiplayer, but haven't bought it for myself, considering buying it now. This is on sale. Can't guarantee the sale after January 22nd. You can't guarantee it, but they're fairly, like quarterly with their sales. But when the game does 1.0, I think you're going to see it be at least $60. I think you're going to see kind of that full price. So it's like, what is it now? $27? So highly recommend, or you can type in !Wicked. And if you're on my Steam friend list, if you're not, my friend code is in the description of this. You might win. I don't think, let me see, has anybody, put in for the giveaway? Nobody yet. Nobody yet, man. Let's see here. All right, so man down. Man, be great to have another attacker. This one, dirty work. Rats and Raiders. Go and progress that. What's up, Titus? How you doing, man?
Hey, Brian. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Hope you're doing well. Did y'all have a good Christmas?
I had a great Christmas. And yourself?
Yeah, dude. I got like one of those creator set for like castles for Legos. My wife's like, she's like, you like doing Legos with the kids? Here's some Legos for you. And then she got me this, like apparently it's like another kind of adult Lego where it's like this waterfall hut with with moving lights and stuff. Like it's like Luma bricks or something. I don't know. Apparently it's supposed to be like some kind of upgrade to that. So I'm like, yeah. So we've been, we finished my son's set. So he got the, like basically it's like the dark Star Wars. So it's like Vader's in white instead of black. And so it's kind of, I guess, alternate, Star Wars thing, but he had the Millennium Falcon. So we were having fun with that. We got that built.
Darth Vader is white?
Yeah,
like
the way the way I read it, because it's like it sounds like it's like in an alternate universe where Vader's the good guy, yeah, and then you have so it's a dark Millennium Falcon, like they're the bad guys or something like that. So, all right, like all right.
Yeah. My son, my 5-year-old got a few. He's really into Sonic, and he got
cool.
a few Sonic Lego. Nothing massive. We just can't have a big Lego set. It's not going to last around here. There's too many kids, a dog, and frankly, if I step on it in the middle of the night, it's going in the trash. So he knows well enough not to build anything too big and to put it away when it's done. One day when he's a little bit older and he has a some room in his bedroom, for example, to keep it built and put away. We'll probably get into the bigger sets. And
our issue is our almost
almost
3-year-old is like the one who comes in and just destroys it.
Yeah, Godzilla style.
Yeah, and Nightcrawler, I apologize. I did not. I was like so excited. We talked about that. Here, let me put this up on screen. We could all watch it together. Why isn't I wanting full screen? You son of a gun. All right, there we go. All right, let me swap here to desktop because we can watch this together. Because it's like, yeah, I was like, I fully intended, and then it's like, oh yeah, brain got old. All right, let's see here if I do this. That looks good. All right, let's check out this unique bow. This is the unique bow, and I'm assuming this is also on. I guess Nightcrawler. You can let me know if this is a part of the current version or if this was like somebody got lucky and got on the previous. Yeah, he's got all those different elemental arrows. That's awesome.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Into the Wicked. Today I wanted to dive a little deeper into the bow, because the more I play this co-op beta, the more I honestly believe the Archer is going to be a very important role moving forward. Whether that's a damage dealer, a support option, or even a hybrid of both. With co-op now live, it really feels like the floodgates have completely opened for different playstyles and team compositions. You're no longer forced into one way of playing the game, and the bow is a huge reason why. One of the biggest things for me personally is how the bow fits into this game mechanically, especially right now. I'll be straight up, I'm someone who struggles with the parry mechanic right now.
Dude, I love that, like,
and that's exactly where
aspect.
This bow
Boom.
shines. Here are my
That
reasons.
looks like the basic one of the basic attacks. I wonder, is that the charge attack?
2, read enemy patterns more safely and contribute consistently without risking.
Yeah, because he's not even touching his focus.
In co-op,
there's the focus used.
As an archer, you can apply pressure, soften the enemies, and still stay active in fights while your teammate handles more of the close range engagements. And with the new animations and runes, it doesn't feel passive or boring. It feels intentional and super powerful. What I really like is how the flexibility the bow feels now. You can lean into pure damage, focusing on position and sustained pressure, or more support-oriented role.
Now, forgive me, but what's BOW mean?
Openings for your team.
Bow.
Oh, bow. I thought it was an acronym for something.
But if it is, then it's lost on me. But yeah,
I was like build of war or something. But
build of war, I love it.
The bow. All right,
I love it. We'll go with it. It's the build of war.
Earlier,
what's up?
I mentioned the turkey coma earlier, so
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we got another. It's not a long video. I'm kind of curious. I want to watch Cather's thoughts here.
And that is super exciting. The bow finally feels like a real class, not just a secondary option. And for players who are
to be honest, I'm not.
System, including me,
I don't have much free time to game at all these days. I bought No Rest for the Wicked a year or two ago. And kind of joined your channel to maybe find some online players when multiplayer goes live.
Dude, yes, we should. But are we friends on the Steam list yet? Yeah, this is still the open beta.
We are Steam friends now.
Good.
It is, yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. I've been playing it on the ROG Ally, so a little bit, just kind of testing it out here and there. Yeah, and then Doggy, says the Dark Falcon. That's what it's called, the Dark Falcon, and it's awesome. Like, it's a really cool set. All right, let me finish this video real quick though, because it's like we got about 2 minutes left into it.
I genuinely think the bow is one of the best choices in the beta right now. It rewards understanding mechanics without punishing you for not being perfect. Between co-op
just gives me a goal.
Being reworked and the beta being extended January 5th, which is awesome. It feels like the game is in a really strong place, and we're only scratching the surface of what builds and strategies are going to look like for years to come. Also, I do want to dive into what I just said about the beta extension to January 5th, which is a big deal, especially for the community. Extra time like this isn't just about playing more, it's about proper playtesting. It gives players a chance to really dig into the new systems, experiment.
It doesn't have damage numbers on. I wish we could see that just in terms of like what the basic attack is.
With co-op brand new, Having this extended window means people can 1. Explore different team compositions, 2. Push weapons like the bow even further, and 3. Find what works, what doesn't, and what needs a little bit of tuning, and that feedback is huge altogether. From the dev standpoint, this kind of extension tells me they want the game to launch in a better state, not just rush things out. More playtime means more data, more reports, and more opportunities to smooth things out before full release. And let's be real, co-op beta always comes with some rough edges. Connection issues, desync, occasional hiccups. The stuff is expected at this stage, but having more time gives the devs a real chance to identify recurring connection problems, patch stability issues, fine-tune how co-op actually feels moment to moment, and hopefully we can continue to see updates roll out during the beta itself, because that's where the real value is. Players test, devs adjust, and the game improves in real time. For the community, this extension also just means more freedom. You don't feel rushed, you can take your time, learn the mechanics at your own pace, and actually enjoy what's been added without feeling like the clock is ticking. Overall, this beta extension just reinforces the game and it's heading in the right direction. Co-op feels super promising, and the bow rework opened up new playstyles, and now we got the time to really explore everything that's been added. And honestly, this feels like the kind of beta that actually matters. And with that note, I want to leave you guys an open channel here. What do you guys feel about the bow work? How do you guys feel about the playstyle, the combat right now? Do you think
I like his little background music, very chill,
viable weapon, or it could do a little bit more touching up? But in my opinion, I think it's great. I'm able to compete with it now. I don't feel like I'm scared. But you guys let me know in the comments. I know there's tons of feedback going on. I'm sure everybody has their thoughts and opinions. But I'm gonna leave it there with you guys. Again, if you guys looking for updates, builds, guides, I'm your guy. I want to say thank you guys for all the support, and I appreciate every single one of you guys.
Let's get them 200.
I will see you in the next one.
All right, I'm gonna. All right, guys, thank you so much for that. Let's drop that video link in there if you guys want to go check them out. There you go. Yeah, guys. Well, it didn't update. If I'm assuming we're now at 200, but yeah, man, that good video. Really looking forward to seeing more of that. And then, oh, dude, like getting that freaking bow looks incredible. There we go. Now we're back to the gameplay. Anyway, Titus, yeah. Sorry, I was just like, all right. Wanted to check that out.
No, I'm sorry. I was actually do I sound okay, by the way?
Dude, you're crystal clear. I love that. Good audio.
I just set up Discord on this computer, so I was quirking the audio.
Oh yeah. And then Windows will go and put out an update, and then it's like, you gotta redo all of it. Let's see here. Nothing here that I think I want. It's just standing out to me like here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell this, keep funneling myself with cold hard cash. Did they get, like, I haven't had to go rescue Gordon. I don't know if I guess that quest has changed. And it's just 26 decks. Very nice. Yeah, we're doing like third Christmas tonight because we got we got my parents that we're going to, and then so my sister's in town, my niece, my brother's coming over. Like, it's gonna be a big thing. My dad was trying to lean into it, like, come over on Christmas. I was like, my goal is always on the 25th. It's like, I don't want to go anywhere. Like, I don't want my kids to spend Christmas in the car, You have to do any traveling for Christmas?
Fair. No, we're it's just my mom left. My wife's parents are both passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But we had a very similar story. My sister's in town too, and we were going to do third Christmas today. I called her about a half hour ago and let her know that we're all sleeping here. I'm actually having a glass of wine, and It's icy rain here in Canada, so we're going to shelter up.
Yeah, enjoyed that. Let's see. Enchantment Power. I don't know what that one
Now,
means.
I know you're Catholic. Did you go to Christmas Mass this year?
Yeah. So, oh man, it's a story. Last Easter, it actually kind of starts like Christmas Eve Mass is usually jam packed, and like we got there. So Mass, Christmas Eve Mass starts at 4 p.m. And last year, I think we got there at 3, and we couldn't get in. The church was already packed, and they do an overflow Mass in the chapel, and so and the chapel is actually pretty big because that's what the church used to be before they built the full sanctuary. And so we were doing that, and so we were like, all right, we got to get there early this year, because to make it a little bit more complex is that my 3 of my kids were singing there. So the 4 o'clock Mass was the children's choir Mass, so they went, and they were part of it. Now my oldest son, I think he's just exhausted, and he ended up, so he didn't sing, but the 2 others did. He ended up sleeping all Mass, and I was like, listen, we were here at 2 o'clock, Mass is at 4, we're home 5:36, depending on how it goes, and then people getting out of the parking lot, it all adds up, and hey, thanks for the sub, welcome in, Zark. And then Mosios. Anyway, so we were going, and we turned the corner going into the church, and I was like, oh, thank you, Lord, because the parking lot wasn't full. And I was like, but we still want to make sure we get inside in case everybody Ubered. Because the funny thing was for Easter, we live pretty close to the church, but for Easter, I ended up driving, it was jam packed. They wouldn't let anybody into the parking lot. So I just dropped them off across the street. They walked over and went and got to church. This was still it was an hour before Mass. So they were able to get in. Because I think one of the things that made it complex is it was at that time, it was the 11 o'clock or whatever. So the previous Mass was still letting out. People were coming in, jam packed. But then I was driving around, and the streets are all filled. People are parked up and down the street, left and right, etc. And I went and got to the point where I was like, the closest spot is perhaps my house. So I went, parked at my house, walked to Mass, and then I made it, and I joined the family, etc. So it was yeah, dude, I was like, next year, I was like, if the weather's nice, we're just all gonna walk, to Easter Mass. So yeah, it was wonderful. My wife was, I'm a big softie, so I teared up because the kids did such a beautiful job. It was so wonderful. The Mel says, just swinging through to say Merry Christmas to you. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, dude. This was it was so beautiful. It was and then now because I was like, well, I mean, do we want to try to go on Christmas Day? And my wife's like, I don't want to get up. It's like I just want to stay at home in my PJs. I was like, yep, that's nice. So we had we also so I had my family after Mass come over, so we did the Christmas story and the nativity, and then we put the kids to bed, and then my mom, so we growing up, she has all these little puppets, and it's a fun little thing. It could be considered weird by some, but we'll just say fun.
Oh, that's pretty traditional, like the Punch and Judy shows of the
exactly
in England,
Well, and she's from England, and so so they have lots of puppets. And we ended up going in what was he? So we put the kids to bed. We growing up night before Christmas, over and over and over again, to the point where you kind of have it memorized. So we did the night before Christmas. It's just a great poem. It's a great story. And so for the kids, for us adults, she'll do this one. She has the Cajun night before Christmas. So we put the kids to bed, and she just read that to the adults, and she does all the accents, and it's just fun. So it was a real treat because, like you said, one of the things that I make a concerted effort is to, whenever I have the opportunity, to make sure I see my parents and hang out with them. So I've been taking my boys to go watch the Cowboys game with my dad. I'm not really big into watching football, but it's he really loves the Cowboys. So me and the boys get to hang out with him and make memories. And again, it's I just feel so lucky and blessed that Julie still has her parents, I still have my parents, and it's it is a great thing, and I always try to cherish that because I know that's not always going to be the case.
Yeah. And absolutely. Well, it sounds beautiful. It's great. You had a great family Christmas. My story is very similar and very different in a lot of ways. It's my mom left.
Interesting.
And
like, because my mom had
Go ahead.
her dad abandoned, like he left, like when she was a kid.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, dude, like I never experienced that, but I seen the effects. But I didn't mean to cut you off. And then Spooky Dookie,
okay.
thanks for the follow. Anyway, sorry about
It's interesting because my family, we're all practicing Catholics, but my mother and my sister, who came down, just like you mentioned, your sister traveled. My sister, complete opposite of, kind of traditional Catholic. So we're kind of trying to instill those traditions and those Christmas stories into my children with my wife. But we still, I still love my family. I love my sister. I love my mom. So we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas afternoon with her, but we went to Mass on Christmas morning yesterday. And today was sort of that, Catholics celebrate 12 days of Christmas. We got until the Epiphany really to
do you do the Epiphany and the blessing, like on your door?
We do.
Nice.
Yes. The blessing of the chalk and the CMB, Casper, Melchior, and Balthazar, and the year for the blessing. So
we did that this last year, and it was like, wow, like
cool.
It kind of to the sense where it's like, okay, it was like, we did the Dave Ramsey thing, so it's like it's not our money, it's God's money, so it's like trying to make sure that we're doing things, like and managing it, appropriately, and not like going hog wild. But it was like, wow, like this year has definitely been a year where it's like I can feel like my shoulders relaxed a little bit because it's like, Gabe broke his arm. It's like, okay, well,
I remember
we have the money for
when your son broke his arm. I was getting over a broken foot.
Oh no.
And it was a really depressing summer and fall for me. I'm 45 years old, and I've never broken a bone in my entire life.
Dude,
and
that
being
sucks.
Kind of bedridden for 2 months was a terrible time.
Dude, I bet, man. I got a question in chat. Sorry, we'll keep weaving in and out. Spooky Dookie asked, "How do I enter the Steam to give the giveaway?" Currently, the giveaway is up on Ginger Prime Live, the YouTube channel. So if you go over there and type in !Wicked, you'll be entered in to the giveaway. You also got to be on my Steam friends list. So if like you're in a whole other region that Steam won't let me gift to, unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible for that. But if you are within the region that Steam will let me gift to, then boom, problem solved. But yeah, that's how you enter into that. I would adore being able to, like, I think it's Nightbot doesn't yet support Kick, but everybody who chats like you just did, it's like 50 cents. It's weird. Like, I'm like, okay, so anybody who wants to, like, like you want to drop a free 50 cent, it's just like you say I over on Kick, and that's what they do. And good. So yeah, the 12 day Christmas, the blessing. We kind of like to, we have like the kids, they have a star, and we kind of go around the house blessing it, and then we bless the door. Not like the outside of the house. It's just fun. Like I enjoy it.
It's beautiful, right? And kind of in my case, I'm a bit of a revert to Catholicism. Like I grew up nominally Catholic here in Canada. Went to a Catholic. So in Canada, we actually have two public school systems. One is Catholic. It's actually called the separate school system. And the other one would be public school, where so it's encoded in our, let's call it constitution, for just so you can understand it there down in the States. But basically you could choose which school system you're going to support. So I grew up in a French Catholic school.
Bonjour.
But oui, merci, joyeux Noël. But it really didn't stick with me through most of my life. And it wasn't until maybe 8 or 9 years ago when I started coming back to really into the church. And it was really cool to find out about all these traditions and the feasts during Christmas, the blessings of the chalk. We also do a big one on December 31st for the Feast of Mary, Mother of God, which is sort of a game night in our church. And I'm a big board gamer, so I'm kind of the one running the show there.
Little tradition to kind of to then turn it also into like, because it is a celebration, you know? Yeah.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's just a great time, and everybody comes out. We'll do a lot of sort of party games. If you ever played, I don't know, like Telestrations or Wits
we
and
play
Wagers.
a game called the Hat Game. Do you know, like, does that ring a bell to you at all? So
No.
it's essentially like it's like charades. It's a whole mix of things. And it was actually, so my sister-in-law is from Canada, and so she, you know, so I was like, she's the one who introduced it to us. But it's like everybody writes down 3 things, whatever, you know, you just write down 3 words or phrases or whatever, anything. And then the first round is, you can say like everything but, you know, like the word. So it's like kind of loose. Everybody kind of gets an idea of what's all in the hat, right? You know, so people draw, you go, you have teams, back and forth, back and forth. And then essentially, oh good, it looks like Will got it in. Let's make sure that puts you in the giveaway. And then the second round is charades. So good, yeah, you're in there, Will. You're the only one. You might be getting a game copy. Friend me via Steam, you know, while we're hanging out, because we'll give it away before the end of the stream. And then the charades, and then the last round. So it goes through it, and so you've seen it twice now. The last round is you only have 1 word, and if you say that's it. So, but people have guessed, and so you kind of like by the 3rd round, you kind of like, oh, I know what option, you know, like there's options here that I can pick from, yada yada yada. So it just it ends up being a lot of fun.
Just on that, it's so funny you bring that up, because there's a game that I'm planning to run on the Feast of Mary Mother God called Time's Up, which is basically the same thing you described.
Okay.
You hold a word above your head and everybody's guessing it. So in the first round, they could say whatever they want. In the second round, you're only allowed 1 word. And the third round, it's just charades or noises, no words at all. And we actually played that yesterday for Christmas at my mom's.
Nice.
But we played it on our cell phones. My sister brought her cell phone. You hold your cell phone over your head, and everyone's hollering. And if you get it right, you swipe your phone down, like you actually tilt your phone down. And if you want to pass, you could tilt it up. I think it's called Heads Up on the App Store or wherever she downloaded.
Yeah.
We did that for about 2 hours, and we just had the time of our lives. It was so much fun. So we'll definitely like, it's similar.
We got the kids got like a Battleship and a couple of board games. We also ended up picking up like this console called the Next Playground, and it's like all motion control based. But it's like it feels like what like the Wii and what Microsoft attempted to do, but actually done in a very like, I think AI is probably helping it out, because it's like when the tracking in and of itself is the best I've ever seen in terms like of a camera, and it like adjusts for the height, and so it's like I was like, oh cool. So we've been having a lot of fun with that.
Is it all camera driven, or is it controller based?
100%. So, and there is like a little remote, so that's like sometimes you're like, you know, picking the game, so you have a little bit more precision. Misos on YouTube, so Ginger Prime Live. So right now we're streaming on, you know, Kick, Twitch, X, Rumble. I haven't seen anybody over there or say anything over there, and then YouTube, and the YouTube side is Ginger Prime Live, which was formerly Ginger Loves MMOs, but all of my MMO and guide content, that's all going to just be on Prime. So Ginger Prime is going to be the main, like, actually produced videos, you know, reviews and guides and stuff like that. And then this is just going to be the live channel. So right now the giveaway is only up on the YouTube, because that's just how Nightbot works. Ultimately, I would love it to, and who knows, maybe they've connected it to Kick. I'll play around with that. But every time I've checked prior to today, hey Licky, my dog's here. Every time I check, it isn't in there yet. So it's like I like to try and rotate that around, which is always nice, because that means pick up a follower here or two. All right. Well, welcome back and welcome home. You know, in that regards, I know you said it's been a couple years. Yeah, and the When I was in high school, I kind of went through what I just call my atheistic period. And it was like, and it's like ended up just like, for me, like, I don't know, like I remember being a kid. I should have probably healed myself.
Oh, dude.
I was I'm just lost in thought, just chatting it up. Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna close my door.
I'm sorry, I tend to have that effect on people, Brian.
You know, I don't know. I just like, for me, I always just, anytime I die, I just think it's funny. It's just like, oh wow, that's funny.
Yeah, you got caught sleeping there.
I did. They caught me with my pants down. Oh good, I got another daily challenge knocked out. Let's see here. Anything else over here? Nope. All right. Head back out. Can I get the glades? Yeah, perfect. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, so it's like I was just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep showing up. And so I just was like, I don't feel God, and I've always felt close, baptized Catholic, as a baby, and then it's like, and it was like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep putting in the work. It's like I'm gonna still keep going, and I'm gonna go to mass. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna keep praying, despite the fact that it's like I just feel so like lost in the debt. Like it's just like all of a sudden it was gone. As I felt like it's like, what got ripped away from me? Like what's going on? But I was like, all right, I'm just like you don't go to the, if you're not going to the gym, and you're wondering where's your six pack. It's like, well, the answer is like you're not. Like, are you putting in,
putting in the work,
any effort? Like, are you there doing, And so that was just my theory. And so I went and just kept going, and it was like on the first Sunday of Advent, and it was like, so it'd been like 6 months, and I was there at mass, and I like to go into the front because I'd always be distracted by the pretty girls if I sat in the back, and so then it would be like, all right, like, oh, hey, she's cute. So I'd always try to get as close as I could to the front of the church, and so I'm sitting up there, and like it was just like the biggest freight train that hit me, and it
right.
I couldn't stop laughing, and I'm crying and laughing, and it's like I excuse myself from mass because it's like, hey, I'm not trying to be disruptive, but the Holy Spirit just fundamentally just hit me like a ton of bricks, and it was like I'm trying not to remember because it's like when I recall the memory, like it feels like my bones are on fire. Like it's just no doubt. It was so intense to the point where like I know personally that it's like it wasn't like 100% God. Like it's like a fraction of of the and that feeling. And I was like, if it continued on, I felt like I would just turn into dust. Like it was just so intense of an experience that it's like, no, like, and then so, for me though, no, you're good. I was gonna say like,
while you were a teen still, so you were still like in your teens.
Yeah, I was like 16 or 17 years old.
I see. Okay.
And it's the thing for me though is like I have like when I talk about it and I share and I talk to other men, it's like, I was like, people say that they kind of want that experience, but the thing is, and the responsibility that I have is that I have no excuse. Like God has revealed Himself to me in such an impactful way that it's like I can't be standing before God and be like, well, and then I still sin. I still like, and this was like, I was like, a teenager, like any guy, like habitually masturbating, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like how, and I go to confession, and God cured me of that too. Like, and then it was years later, and it's like, oh my goodness. And people would tell me that they didn't, and I would get mad because I just felt like they were lying. I was like, how could you not? Like it was just this addiction, and He cured me of that too. And it was just so powerful that it's like, and so then I've talked about that story, especially with other guys, and it's like, it's just wild. Oh, hey, I'm out of food. So it's like, like for me, I'm like, like, you want to talk? I'll talk to you guys. Like we before we had kids, we'd go to the bar and then be like, what do y'all want to talk about? And it's like, and people would ask me, I was like, God or video games. And I had one guy out of probably 100 that picked video games. Everybody's like, let's talk about God.
It's pretty cool when that happens.
Yeah. Epi asks,
great story.
The co-op
Thank you for sharing, man.
Hey, no problem, man. I think it's important to share, like, especially like nowadays. One of the reasons, especially with the Mission of Hope, it's like, it's important, especially like while this is, I kind of say, hey, this is kind of a virtual men's group, but it's not going to be it's not going to be as good as the real thing. You got to get the real thing, right? You're like,
absolutely,
you know, because if you don't, like, you know, that social media especially can be just like this horrible thing, and it could be this great thing. It's just a matter of how we use it, and you know, our human tendencies are to kind of let it go. Now I got a couple questions. I'm going to get caught up just 1 second.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 minutes anyway.
Okay. All right, scene 2. Efron says, is co-op live? Not yet. So this is the multiplayer public beta. Like, you can go into Steam and you can drop it down and say, I'm on the experimental build, which you can kind of see right there in the middle of the screen. The co-op update goes live for everybody on the 22nd of January, which I think is gonna be great. And Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. Had the same experience in the room one day. Dude, Will. Awesome, man. It fundamentally is like, okay. All right, I can't mess around, you know, in that regards. I gotta be, you know, diligent. And still it's like, you know, when I do things and I'm selfish and self-centered because human nature, you know, not to excuse it, but it's like I look back, I'm like, what was I thinking? Why? Hey, no problem, dude. This is gonna be great. If you're looking for anybody to team up with, the way it ends up working, and I needed to spend a little bit more time with it because we see I got Vash here. See, now it's letting me invite. And so earlier this wasn't working. I got Vash. I guess I had to turn the realm into like a shared realm, so it does that. But my hope is, and I haven't figured out a way yet, is I'd like it to be able to generate a code so that way you can invite, you know, join in as a guest. So if you're like, hey, I want to join the game, you know, then I can kind of stream and we can kind of play, etc. Oh yeah, dude. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, with anything, with prayer, reading the scriptures, you know, going to mass, like all of these things, like, you know, just, yeah, it's like we go to you go to the hospital, go see a doctor. These are all things that, you know, complete. And that's when it's like, when I look at just life, physical, spiritual, mental, like there's like these big pillars of our lives. And if you let one kind of wither and die, the other pillars will suffer. They have to carry that burden, that additional weight. And so it's always kind of wanted to, that's where it's like, I guess the optimist in me, or you know, like where I try to optimize. It's like, how can I, you know, make my efforts like mean more, like I'm gonna go to the gym, and then while I'm in the sauna I'll pray my rosary or something like that. Like, how many birds with stone, you know, like the 2 birds 1 stone kind of mantra. I think that's left bumpers. Is that an attack as well? No, it's just parry.
I feel like I'm hijacking your stream now, Brian, but
nah, dude, this makes my day.
Yeah, mine too, dude.
I don't feel I'm that like entertaining unless I'm hanging out talking with people. That's why I was like, the stand-up comedy is fun because it's like it's more engaging. Otherwise, if no one's like here, it's like I'm just kind of playing a game.
I mean, it's like to talk to kids all day, but it's not quite the same, right?
Oh, dude, like, yeah, it's like me and my wife was like, all right, we need an adult conversation. What's going on? You know,
right. Well, I had that conversation with my sister yesterday. It was one of the greatest Christmas conversations I've ever. We spent hours talking. Unfortunately, the kids felt ignored, her kids and mine. But like I said, she's a complete opposite. She's an atheist. She's super liberal. She's a lesbian. I'm, you know, a traditionalist Catholic guy now. We had the greatest talk though, between her and her girlfriend and me, because they're open-minded, you know, and I love those moments. It's a rarity these days. And if you spend your entire time arguing online, you're not going to understand the nuance of
facts
being in person.
Hey, gorgeous. You want the what? Oh yeah, let me get it for you. Boom shakalaka. No, dude, that's the thing. It's that if you get away from all the online discourse, generally human beings, you know, are curious. Yeah, it's like, hey, like
I'm curious. Yeah.
Well, because it's so
Wells.
easy. It's so easy with word. Like when you read the words, it feels like that's why it's like if we could practice reading text that's posted on any site, especially Twitter, like as charitable as possible. But it's like the incentive also then is to try and is to dunk. So you got like to get the attention, you got to have, you know, it like everything's got to be like as extreme as possible. And then essentially it's like, yeah, I'm like, no, it's, you know, oh, geez, Louise.
Now, I personally don't have any social media anymore. You're honestly, Brian, you're the only channel I have a YouTube membership to.
Oh, thank you, man.
It was genuinely just because of your message of hope. I'm like, this is something that more of the internet needs in general. Is just like, you know, I like gaming, but it's just a side thing for me. I can't, you know, my family comes first. My life is very busy, so gaming just sort of, you know, when I have downtime, which today I had a lot of downtime. That's why I'm here on the Discord.
Woo-hoo.
I didn't even have Discord installed until an hour ago. So
I love it. That's awesome.
I do want to go back to your story at church because my friend had almost the same experience, except it was during adoration, where he broke out laughing and crying. You know, in adoration, that is a quiet time typically until the singing.
I would fall asleep as a teenager. But go
Most
ahead.
of people do.
Yeah.
It's a half hour of just silence, and he broke out laughing, and it spread like wildfire across the people there. He was at I think it wasn't World Youth Day, but it was a big gathering in Canada.
Oh,
or it might have
nice.
been when Pope John Paul II came to Canada. So they did have a World Youth Day here, and that's when he really like converted too. And he's now one of the greatest, like wisest Catholics I know. Is a good friend of mine. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up. That was a cool story because it just made me think of that.
That's beautiful too. The like when I would like my parents, they would sign up, you know, kind of for like an hour perpetual adoration, like at one of the parishes, and occasionally they wouldn't be able to make it, and so like I could drive, like this is like, you know, after that, so I would go, and I was trying to figure out, you know, who I wanted to be in life, you know, like where I wanted to go, and so I'd go and I'd pray for a little bit, but then I would just kind of like lay down in the pew and rest, and it wasn't like it was like attention, but it ended up being that way, and I'd end up having the most vivid dreams that I've ever experienced in life.
You actually fell asleep.
Yeah, no, like I legit
the
fell
dream.
asleep, and then what was wild was like when the dreams started coming true, and it was just like, oh my goodness. And for me,
right,
because I talked to a priest about it, and it's like, okay, yeah, like if you see things that, you know, may or may not happen, like it's all you're being called to do is, you know, pray for the people that you see or the situation that, you know, is going on. You know, don't be like going around like, hey, you know, this is, you know, I saw this vision, and, you know, he's like, oh, it's like, all right, fair enough. And what was really just wild for me though is like a lot of it like was like just this way of like God kind of saying like, I got you, like, you know, like, hey, just, you know, well, I'll let you know if I need you to course correct. You know, I want you, you know, I want you to go and do this, because again, like when I talk to especially young men, you know, and they're like, I don't know what God, you know, what am I called to do? What is this? And I was like, what are your passions? Like, what are you interested in? Like, if you know, and then how can you then turn that and say, like, you know, how can I glorify God through the things that I'm excited about? You know, it's like, okay,
right.
Like, because that's the thing. It's like, if you like gaming, okay, well, how do you make gaming a good experience and, you know, and enjoyable and you know, like, how do you make it, you know, holy in that regard? It's like, oh yeah, like, don't be, you know, like if that's what you, just like, yeah.
To be fair, it's traditionally not a very holy, you know, arena to be in.
Yeah,
that's honestly, that message of hope was just enough for me. I'm like, this guy's got something going on here.
I've seen, I don't know if you, like, obviously you said you're like not doing so much social media, but I've seen in a way kind of you know, conversion-esque, and I've seen more, and who knows, maybe it's just because I've been more open about it over the last couple of years that the YouTube algorithms like, here's it in your feed, but I've seen a lot more you know, discussion about that. A lot more people like, hey, we gotta, you know, I'm a pastor and I'm streaming and stuff like that. It's like, that's great, because that's like, if that's where the kids are, you know, and you're not there, like you're just abdicating that space.
Like me, I mean, it wasn't until like my early 30s where I kind of started stumbling into Catholic content on YouTube. Or, I mean, I didn't even start jumping into Catholic. I just had to step back. I'm like, what really is going on with the world. Like, how to make sense of this? And kind of philosophy, Catholicism. I explored all religions to a degree.
Yeah, same here.
Catholicism started making a lot more sense when you put the whole thing together. So
I was
for sure. There's a resurgence.
I ended up going to a very anti-Catholic high school, so like there are a lot of my years, especially like that, kind of led to this. Maybe contributed to my kind of atheistic period where it's like I don't know. But it was like, well, let me just research and figure it out. And so like I always am very appreciative of that experience. It's just weird because it's like being told you're going to hell. So from an adult, you're like, like wait a minute, like who do you think wrote your Bible?
Right.
Like, all right, like let's see here. But nah, it's like I do like.
When you say an anti-Catholic school, do you mean because it was Protestant, or just because it was just completely anti-religion?
There is no. They were very like I don't want to say that they because they were Protestant, because I know lots of Protestants who aren't anti-Catholic. Anti-Catholic is a very like different thing where it's like where it's like in a way like the new atheistic movement where it was like heavily. Welcome back. Sorry about the ads. Twitch, man. Oh, dude, Twitch. But no, it's like where like the new atheistic movement was very like, and that obviously brought about all the current culture war stuff directly. But it's very like we're going to mock and attack and just like be aggressive. There's no agree to disagree. It's like we're gonna be so loud and so like intense that it's not even they're not even making solid arguments. But it doesn't matter because it's just like, dude, like what the heck, and it's like in my mind, like the way I kind of like always kind of saw it and thought about it was like, if you ever go and watch like documentaries on like how Scientology operates, where it's like they same concept, like aggressive, like in your face. If you're not with us, and it's like we're gonna you're expelled. You're excommunicated. And it's like
yes.
So it's like in my mind, it's like people are like I'm not religious. It's like everybody's religious. Like it's like your view. Let's define what a religion is, and it's just a binding relationship that you have with whatever. And it could be
you might not think about it too much, but you have to. In the end, you have to plant your worldview somewhere, your seed somewhere.
Exactly.
And even if it's in atheism or apathy, or that's still in the end a worldview. Nihilism is a popular term these days, and it just like blows my mind that if anybody understood what nihilism was, like the Sartre and Foucault and who's the other guy, Camus, like they all ended their lives when their worldview eventually brought them to the point when nothing matters, so why live at all?
Why suffer? Well, because then suffering is bad. Where then the Catholic view is that it's like suffering brings you closer, and you have a God that suffers with you, and you're not suffering alone, and that's like
right. Because that's the Christian message in a nutshell, right?
Well, do you know
God knows suffering hurts, so I'm going to bring it on myself.
Right. Well, do you know where the word excruciating comes from?
From being crucified.
Being crucified, exactly. Because they had to come up with a word because they did not have a word to describe how painful it was. So they.
I love.
Anyway,
I don't love crucifixion. I mean, I love linguistics. I love etymology. Is what I was going to say. My sister and I had a talk
into the crucifixion. This guy.
So you're probably familiar with C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity, like a great book. Mm-hmm. And his essays on the four loves, like the four words the Greeks had for love, agape, eros, philia, and storge. The four words, because one word for love wasn't enough. And I brought this up with my sister. I mentioned she's a lesbian, and if you know any, that sort of LGBT motto, love is love. And I looked at her, I'm like, that makes no sense at all, right? Like, it doesn't explain anything. You're literally telling me square is square. You're not explaining anything at all when you say that, right? And I sort of brought up this idea of the four words the Greeks had for love, and C.S. Lewis is the one who turned me on to this. Anyways, side note, like I got off onto a tangent here, but that idea of where words come from and what their meanings were is really important to me. And I love figuring out, like, the word sinister means left left-handed, which is a fun one. That's just a total side trivia. I don't know if you knew that.
And it wasn't
but,
they do believe like left-handed, like that's where it's like I've heard stories of like nuns slapping lefties. It's like
I've heard of those too, right? So everyone I know who's against Catholicism, when I was going to a Catholic school, my nun used to slap my wrist for using my left hand, and I thought that was interesting. But I also looked up like the history of left-handedism, and all cultures have something. They have a beef with left-handed people. Islam, here's a funny trivia fact. They will only wipe themselves with their left hand. They will never use the right hand to wipe themselves. Apparently, like traditionalist Muslims, they eat with their right hand and wipe with the left.
That just also seems much cleaner, especially like a pre like, hey, what's bacteria, and like as somebody who worked in hospitals, it's like y'all wash your hands and do it again, because it's not like it's like we do these things like where you like kind of wash hand drills. And you wash your hands, and then they'd have some kind of stuff on your phone, and then you'd look under a light and you'd see every part you missed. And the one spot specifically that people miss are their thumbs. It's like you don't think that because you wash like this, you don't like. All right, let me get back and get this on camera. Like you're not like, oh, let me scrub my thumb real good. And it's like, oh yeah, so it's just good training. It's just, oh gosh, no. Sorry, yeah. Let's talk Catholicism while I try to destroy monsters and have panic moments. Yeah. Oh God, what did I do? My hubris. Jeez Louise. Let me just summon all the ads. But yeah, that's great that you're able to have those conversations. That's one of the things. Like I think like I'm always game for the conversation, and it's like I'm not never going to sit here. I'm not like it's not my job to. I'm not going to sit here and do what people did to me and be like, oh, it's like, no, we're all sinners.
Yes, we are. We talked a lot about sin. They were so curious. That was great. Like, I mean, they had an assumption of what Christianity and Catholicism believed. I had an assumption of what liberal lesbians thought too, which was really humbling to hear from them that I don't think that. And to be fair, my assumption comes from the echo chamber online. It comes from, conservative talking heads talking about, well, you see what's going on the streets and stuff like that, but that's just the veneer over the whole story. And one-on-one with people who don't agree with you, one-on-one with people who disagree with you could be so enlightening for both sides, and we need more of that.
Oh, for sure. And that's the thing, people learn to disagree. I do think though, like especially when it comes to like LGBT concerns specifically, is I do feel like there is an abuse happening from people who have control and power against the LGBT. It's like it's self-imposed, like the allyship, etc. Where it's like if you do not follow to this T, you do have and I know a lot of people who are LGBT, and they're like, I feel like if I say anything, like it's like. We all don't agree 100%, but if you step outside of the lines, you're excommunicated. And then it's like, then you get that Scientology, new atheists, we're going there, attack. And that in and of itself is like, yeah, like I do think that there's plenty of people, that, whoever they choose to love or whoever they're attracted to, whatever. Like, that's not my job. I don't really care. Like, I just don't care. What you're doing. Like I'm not, I'm married, but I'm not then public about it in any other degree outside of like doing stand-up comedy, which I think that's a whole other, that's the right venue for making, silly jokes. Like where I talk about my kids being sex trophies, it's like, all right, collecting them. Like, yes.
Didn't hear that act yet, but
yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's fun. But like beyond that aspect is like, I do feel like a lot are like, there is this like this tightly controlled thing, and so it's like people will message me direct, and they're like, "Dude, like thank you," and it's like because it's like I don't hate you, and in this world, the idea that words are violence and that if we disagree that it's hate, like those things, that is a cancer. Like that in and of itself is like,
it is.
No. Like reasonable minds can disagree. Like the one thing for me, like, cause I've been attacked online. It's like, I don't know. I have a thick skin. I'm not embarrassed by anything and I don't care what you think about me. So these are three things that make me like unique for the world as it exists right now. But that being said, it's like, I forgot my train of thought. I had a good one. It'll come back to me. That's the downside. It's like I get I get on these little side tangents. We go from there, but yeah. But I do feel like a lot of like people are like, especially within that, like what you kind of, if you think of it as a group, where it isn't really a group, but we group it so they feel like they have more power. They've used and abused that. They use and abuse the people who don't necessarily 100% agree with everything, and they drive and they rule them by fear. That's one of the things that somebody was like, oh man, like, yeah, maybe, they were, if they're bi, and it's like, well, if I leave this protective nature, I'm told over and over and over again that you hate me and you want to kill me. And it's like, no, like the furthest from the truth, it's like,
I love you and I want to save you, I want you to,
it's like, I want the, what true love is, which is willing the good of the other as other.
Yes.
Like I don't want anything from you. I want you to be, I want you to be who God made you to be,
Yeah. Fulfilled and at peace,
and it's
for sure.
Yeah. And that peace. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like, that's especially like
that's
one of the
so many
things
people are lacking today.
Right.
It's a scary, you're right. It is a culture of fear. It's funny how you bring up that side for the LGBT, because here in Canada, I would say the inverse is true, where even in Canada, our Conservative Party is pretty liberal, like by American definitions, right? So being sort of having conservative social values really makes you sort of the LGBT in Canada. Like you could be an openly gay here and probably be applauded for it by our prime minister, where the sort of traditional old, I don't even want to say religious, just anybody, farmers, just people who sort of grew up on the land and didn't care about that stuff are now being pilloried for, not putting in to the fight, not jumping into this sort of cultural battle. And so I love Texas. I thought you were from Texas. I didn't know until now, but like Texas is like a hot.
I think I'm either sixth or seventh generation Texan. I have to go and talk to my mom or my brother-in-law. They were really big into that, the family history. But it's like, we're Texas, and then also my dad's mom, who I never got to meet because she passed away when he was like 10 or 12. She was from Louisiana, so like the
Cajun culture we were talking about earlier.
Brutal.
I love Cajun culture too. Well, I'm actually Cajun, so Cajun means Acadian, right? Yeah, I'm French Canadian. So my family's from New Brunswick. And you died again. Sorry.
I did. No, you're good.
So it's really funny to see that passed along down in Louisiana, and sort of the similarities between like I think boudin and what's the other one? Croton is a thing in Louisiana. Boudin is like fried blood. It's really nasty. I hate it, but my grandma loved
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, yeah. Red stick.
Yeah, exactly. The red stick.
But I am Canadian, but I live 10 minutes away from the border of Michigan. So I grew up in Detroit radio and Detroit TV. So it's strange because I use Fahrenheit for my temperature. I use miles instead of kilometers, but I still have some Canadian, like it's a weird mix. And I've always loved both countries.
We went to Sweden. So my brother-in-law, like the one I was telling you, is like big into genealogy. He ended up being on this Swedish reality show. It came in second. It was wild. So we watched it. It was fun, and it's all about like if you have history or ancestry within Sweden. Anyway, so the next year he invites us out. So me and my wife are married. We celebrated, like, I guess it was our 3rd anniversary, sleeping on the floor of a barn that was 3 times older than the United States of America. So it's like you realize when you go overseas, like how young America is, how young these ideas of democracy are, like, oh, wow. Like there is, this history that is not even like this building is older, it was like 750 years or whatever at the time, we were there. So that's how we celebrated our 3rd anniversary. We went to Stockholm, went all over the thing, but it was really cool because he was kind of like a B-tier celebrity. Everybody kind of looked and knew, like, oh, Travis, and so we ended up having just this wonderful experience. And but we got to go to mass, and it was in Sweden. We got to do all these different things. There was a whole point to this story you in relation to what you were talking about. Let's see if it comes back to me. Can you remind me of what you were talking about?
Well, we're talking about like the differences between American and Canadian culture. Like, I'm assuming you meant like just kind of how universal
the mileage
certain
and
things are.
stuff, right? So we went and everything was in kilometers, and I was like, "This is so easy." I was like, "Why? Why are we against that? Because it's so convenient." Man, like everything's divisible by 10. Let's go.
Yeah, it's degrees of 10. Yes.
Yeah, everything. It's like how many feet are in a mile? I think it's like 5,300 something. Like what?
We all laugh at that too. I mean, I think the whole world pokes fun at the state. Although the UK, like England, still uses the imperial units.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because you're right. It is easy. It mathematically just makes sense. But I always liked. I don't know if you know the channel Smarter Every Day. Destin Sandlin on there, who had this comment on that. He's like, "Hey, we made it to the moon with the good old-fashioned inch and mile. All right, so just leave us alone."
Yeah.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You guys work with the tools you got.
Gotta work with them.
Yeah.
What? Oh, my life is draining because I'm in combat. I was like, "What's my life draining?" And it's that disadvantage perk that I have. Now I have to wait till and it won't even let me get full stamina. Okay. Gotta actually put some damage out on him. See if that risks the whole. Can he cross the bridge? He can't. All right, I'm cheese in this fight. I need to unlock more things. Yeah, we got about. Let's see here. I'll try to give away a copy. We got 3 people: Shining Dark Light, It's a Mazza, Will, as entries into the giveaway. So we will see about bringing that up for you guys here in a second, so that way I can make sure we get somebody a copy of this amazing game, and then we can before I have to head out and get the kids ready to go spend some time. We're gonna go. So our plan is we're gonna go to my parents early. There's a park like right real close to them that we're gonna go and let the kids get some playtime in, because my parents are actually at the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker's like playing and I think it's in Fort Worth.
Okay.
So they're down there today, and so it's like, yeah, we'll get there early. Oh, do I not? I guess I get the Play Guy core from completing the quest, not that he drops it. Yeah, Afon says that they're also French Canadian as well.
Yeah, I've been chatting with them in French actually in
oh, good.
the chat.
Yeah,
there.
I studied French in high school, and so I love to practice it more. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Michaud.
Well, despite many stereotypes, we're not all bilingual here in Canada, and honestly, unless you count, Punjabi and English right now. But
do you are you aware of the French meme like where's Brian?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Apparently, like like it's a whole, like if you study English in France, because we were watching a little video on it and I thought it was funny, as somebody who's named Brian, and the response is he is in the kitchen, and because that's a part of like they are all having this training, like learning how to speak English. They're like,
okay.
where is Brian? Brian is in the kitchen. So,
right.
I was like, oh man, I'm curious to see if that video is true. So if there's anybody out there that's like, we do have within, I know on the on Prime there's somebody who's like, he's like, I'm your French fan. I was like, oh thanks, bonjour. But I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to ask him next time we talk. Yes.
No, I haven't heard of that, but it sounds like something. When I went to English high school. I went to a French grade school, so all my English buddies in high school, I would teach them French sayings, and it just was nonsense. It was sort of like whatever the back then you used to have cassette tapes, to learn like they give you a saying like "Mon chapeau mange ma tête." My hat is eating my head. Just total nonsense, and they loved it.
That's awesome.
So.
That's awesome. All right, I got a new ring too. That's great. Bomb damage increased by 30%. Bomb not consumed. Interesting. That's a whole different setup for the woven ring. I thought it was like where you could climb or something for endlessly, but it is what it is. Welcome back, Efron. We'll do the giveaway here in about like 5 minutes. So just for anybody who is curious and you want to enter in on YouTube, type in !, just the symbol, and then Wicked. be able to get access to it. No, dude, I'm with you. Like when you're talking about family and things like that, like I love video games. I think one of the things that makes me enjoy them, where I see a lot of anger online, is like, oh, if you have endless amounts of time to play, and then that game isn't really living up to that. Like I get I can understand that frustration. Me, I'm like, dude, I got 6 hours a week. Oh, dude, it was great. Like,
yeah. I'm surprised.
I didn't need to change one diaper.
6 or 7 now.
Yeah, we got 6.
6. I can't believe you play as much as you can. I have 4, and I'm not going to get a chance to be back in this Discord for 4 months. I'm not going to lie.
Dude,
so,
and that's the thing. Like, especially because people message me, is like, I'll respond when I can. But this is kind of like, again, like my wife's super supportive, and I play when and again, it's like, anybody who's followed my content knows, especially this year, coaching and doing all the things. It's like, okay, yeah, like not a lot of content making its way out, but then I've always, thank you for being a member. That support does mean a lot, because right now the channels aren't, generally they do pretty well, where I basically get to pay my editor what we make. Now it's like, it makes a little bit less, but I guarantee that he has a much, this is a certain amount. So y'all support, helps out. But I've always used the channel as either reinvesting or trying to give it, pay it forward and, help other people out. So it's like your support makes that immensely possible. Because again, I guess it's like, I've never been like, oh yeah, I'm going to make content and this is going to be the thing I do. It's like, it just seems like, especially with kids, like I can see why, like, oh, you want to stream 8 hours a day and play games and talk and all these things. You got no kids? Go for it. You got kids? Get some stability in your life, son. Merry Christmas,
to be fair, it's not that I don't have much time to game. It's just a lot of it's done with my kids too. So you're a controller player, you're right. We'll sit around the couch, local co-op Ninja Turtles or something,
Dude, and that last Ninja Turtles game
is the 18-year-old. So
yeah, well, that last Ninja Turtles game too, that is fun.
Fantastic.
Dude, it's like sitting with the kids. What else do we play? Like, they've been in the Minecraft stuff, and I kind of hang out and watch. I'm just like, I'm like Minecraft. I'm like, I probably would have gotten into it as somebody who really likes Legos, but I kind of been forcing like the classics on them. So I'm like, all right, you want to play Minecraft? Well, you need to play some Dragon Quest first.
Yeah. Those are the games I grew up playing. Like that's it doesn't hurt that you pick good games, Brian, for sure. Like
oh yeah.
So I'm not gonna
got like Mario Odyssey. It's like, okay, we will weave these all in and out. And scary about the schizophrenia, dude. I bet that's tough. I've known some people who have to suffer with that, and it's like, yeah, that's more than fair. It's like if you got things like that you got to deal with. Yeah. I don't think having a kid is going to make that easier.
Right. On that topic of the Ninja Turtles game, they just the company, was it Dotemu or Tribune, just put out a Marvel beat 'em up, Cosmic Invasion.
Oh, yeah?
Highly recommend it. Lots of fun.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody talking about that. So that Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah. I think it came out about 3 weeks ago, and my 5-year-old and I have almost beat the game, and we're probably gonna run back through. We love it.
What platform is it? Like on all of them?
It's all of them, I believe. Yeah, but I have it on Steam.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna see, because I like to play anywhere. That's usually where I look first, just because it's just my preferred. Like I have Xbox. I got PC.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here,
most of my gaming is done on
Marvel.
PC these days. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and there's a demo on Steam if you want to check it out. Pretty good demo. You can play 2 levels and like 9 of the heroes, I think, or something. So
it might not be on anywhere. It's not coming up. I'll look into it, because that, like, I somebody was telling me about that, and I was like, well, that actually does sound really cool.
Yeah, it's just a side-scrolling beat. It's if you ever played the X-Men arcade game, it feels a lot like that.
Dude, and that's where it's like the Turtles, like, felt like the Turtles in time, where and it felt like there was just this weird gap from that, where it's like we don't want 2D beat 'em ups, and so like, and then there was like a Turtle game that I got that was 2D, but it was single player, and I was like, yeah, like I don't mind playing it. Yeah, I don't mind playing it single player. but where are my friend? Where are my other turtles?
Where's the couch co-op?
Right, like call it Ronin. Like make it like okay. It's like, and I think they made a game like that. But I was like, what are y'all doing? Come on. All right, let's give away.
You just missed an opportunity for sure there. Yeah.
Exactly. You just like what is going on?
Battletoads, yeah.
Oh, Battletoads, that was
classic.
Classic. And that's the thing. Is like I'm really glad they've been remaking the Final Fantasy Tactics and all of these like games that I really enjoyed. And
I loved Final Fantasy Tactics.
Have you played the remake?
I haven't bought the remake, but I have it on so many platforms. I played so much of it.
The remake
if it goes on sale.
Is a nice touch. Yeah, like if it goes on sale, highly recommend it because like the voice acting is wonderful. Like it actually like for me as somebody who's dyslexic, like it draws me deeper into the story. And they did such a good job that it's not like an annoyance. So it's like, oh, cool cutscene. I'm gonna watch this one. You know, it's like kind of listen to it. And so I've picked up on story beats that like I either forgot or I'm just like, oh yeah, that relationship. You know, good to know. And then I think I've also had my vocabulary's improved a lot because of that. But
it doesn't hurt, does it?
We got 3. You got right now. You got a 33%. 33.34% chance of winning. We got Will, Shining, and it's Amazing. You will need to be here. You will need to be on my friends list so I can gift to you. And if I cannot, region lock or Steam, I do apologize. It is what it is, but we will roll until we at least give a copy away. That is the goal. And I'm going to say choose a winner. Will. Ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, good. And you sent. Will. Sorry, it's Amazing. I hope to... But now, let me friend you now as Amazing because let's see here, friends in chat. Who knows? Will might not be here, or they might. Can you give me? Amazing. That makes sense. I like it when things work out like that. And I added you to my friends list. All right, Will, you got 2 minutes, or right now a minute and a half to reply. I know you're still here. Otherwise, I got to re-roll. Ba-ba-boom. It's perfect time, too. I'm also pretty much out of water. How long do you stream? Until my cup is dry. Until I get there. Well, roughly 2 hours. How long have I been live? Where does it tell me that? 1:35. Oh yeah, cool. 2 hours. Typical.
Now, before you take off, Brian, quickly, just back to Wicked here.
Yeah.
It is in closed beta, so I can't get into it right now, right? To play multiplayer?
So you can, and this is like, if you have it, you can, like in Steam, you just got to go to the betas and you say the experimental branch.
Download the beta edition. Okay.
Right. And so the open beta for the, which is funny because it's also a game that's in early access, which is like a giant open beta, like a paid beta, I guess. But if you've already got it, you can do that. It runs the open beta for multiplayer runs till January the 5th. But again, none of that's going to carry into the main game. And then also like you and I, like the one thing, if I wasn't making content about the game, if I wasn't so excited about the game, like I could see how it's like, well, yeah, wait till 1.0, but I'm just like, oh, I love every change. Just what does this mean? And what have you. So I'm just having a blast. So I'm not worried about the 1.0 wipe, but even still I want to keep hammering that home to everybody so that they're not
going to wipe.
Well, like 1.0 won't have a wipe. They won't have a wipe with the upcoming, so when the Together update, they won't do a wipe until 1.0, until the game is officially out, and then console players and everybody can get in, which makes sense because fundamentally the changes they're making are great, but yeah, you can run into issues. And I do apologize. Will is not here. We're going to go ahead and re-roll. We went ahead and gave him an additional 30 seconds because I said, hey, you got 2 minutes after about 30 seconds. So we're going to re-roll. Shining. It's like Asma is here on my friend list. We'll see if Shining's here.
Amzo's really in there.
They're like ready to rock and roll. Hey, Shining Dark Light is here. Hey. They're here. All right. Shining, are you on my friends list?
Just said, I'm Berdur. B-E-R-D-U-R.
Berdur. Oh, you're a Berdur on Steam. Okay. Oh, good. We are friends. Great. All right, let's get this copy over to you. If you already own it, we ran into that once. We're like, oh, I can't. I was like, well, let me give out more than one copy. But let's see here. Let's go to the game page. No Rest for the Wicked. Add to cart as a gift. And this is a gift. Continue to gift options. You already own a copy of the game, Birder.
It said wait just at the last second there. Oh, it looks like Amza gets it after all.
By default. And I see Amza in here. All right, I'll just re-roll, choose a winner.
Persistence pays off.
No, I don't have a key. I have to, like, the goal here is to...
I think you can keep the key if you own it, right?
No, I can't buy a key. Like, that's the thing. So for a friend, I do have a couple of keys, but it got kind of jumbled. So I'm gonna go look and just kind of send you the list, Birder, and you can see if anything works. But let's go ahead. The goal here is also to get it, buying the game, getting more copies sold to support the devs. All right. So Asthma, here you go. You're never that lucky.
Merry Christmas, Amza.
Merry Christmas. That's exactly right. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys so much.
I was genuinely thinking of gifting a key myself or gifting a copy to Amza. Trying so hard. So
it's like, yes. All right. Let me, before I forget, let me see if I can pull up, because I think we used them all, but it's possible because I know one guy I was like, oh, that KO didn't work. So it's highly possible that we skip one, or like through my poor management of all of this stuff. Let me go and find something real quick, and then I'll just send you the list over Steam, and then you can do with the list with whatever you feel like. Yes, here is I know the first couple have been absolutely used. I do think, I know the last one probably has, but I can't be for sure. So let me just say, in case any of these work, those are the keys. The last key. If Steam let me buy keys, it would be so much easier. If Steam would let me buy keys, this would be so much easier. And that's what I would do. I'd just be like, give me a 10-pack, bop, 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 etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what it is on that regard. So hopefully one of those works for you, Birder. Congratulations on winning. Sorry you already bought the game. So, all right. And Titus, thanks so much, man. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm sure it's going to be 4 months and we get to hang out and have fun again.
I'll pop back in when I can, for sure.
Yeah,
it's been
that's the thing. It's just like whenever, like, we all get it. Like, life's busy. But...
Well, when this does go live and we can play multiplayer together, I'll be there. I promise you that.
Yeah. I think that's going to be fun, where we can start to...
I need to be carried.
Dude, that's going to be one of the best things I think about it. A lot of people are like, oh man, like, I'm struggling with this fight. It's like, cool. Oh, let's get it in, let's jump in.
It took me a month to get it to Sacrament. I couldn't even beat the first boss
there we go, man.
Probably the first 20 times I tried.
I don't think,
but I want to, because I really do like the game. It's just a evergreen game. When it gets fully fleshed out, it's gonna be one of those games like we talked about Ninja Turtles. Well, I'll be playing this in 10 years.
Well, and then like with the kids, because like I don't mind like the violence. It doesn't feel like the game's.
Oh, mine too. Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let's just blow. Boom,
as long as it's killing evil.
Yeah, we're fighting the evil. We're fighting evil. Right. And so it's like you bring this to the Switch and the Xbox, and I don't have a PlayStation anymore because I was like, I just never, like, it just gathered dust. So I got another Switch. So I was like, yeah, what are we playing? And I was like, I'm gonna get this game on all these platforms, and then like also have a realm for me and the kids. Like, yeah, like we're gonna play, we're gonna have some fun, and it's gonna be great. But Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas.
As we roll through the Christmas season, the 12 days of Christmas, we're officially on day 2. So
St. Stephen's Day today for us Catholics.
Good to know.
So
good to know.
Boxing Day in England, but
that's right. Yeah, and then for the Americans, it's like the returning of gift days, the biggest day on
Walmart Day.
Yeah, big old Walmart run day. But all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you so much. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. I'm off until like January the 5th. So lots
you're
of
lucky.
There's a lot of like extra work I ended up doing this year. So it got to the point where I was like, because there was time I needed to take off, and I was like, I want to take as much time off with the family as possible. And so I put in, overtime so that I could draw from overtime rather than using PTO. And then I was planning on taking the full week of Thanksgiving, and then I was only planning on taking the 25th forward. But I ended up getting called in because we were doing a delivery on a new Raider. I work for I work subcontracted for an insurance company. So they were doing this excess rate or whatever, something like that. And then I needed to be there. So other things outside of our control got delayed. And so it ended up being that instead of 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, that it was the week of Thanksgiving, and then things had to get pushed out. And so I wanted to be there. So I ended up not taking the full week off for Thanksgiving. I got 3 days off, and then I looked at it. I was like, I still have, all right, well, I'm going to do the full week of Christmas. And then I already had the week after that off. So I was like, yeah, bada bing, bada boom. So, all right, that's enough talk. You guys take care. Hopefully I'll see you in whatever I do next time. But until then,